So, roughly 2 months ago, I felt pretty empty. Like, all I did was work. I just felt incredibly disconnected whenever I would be with someone, whenever I was in the gym. And it was because I just had so much on my plate. I was very numb. And, like, to get through anything, I had to have audio stimulation in my ears when I was in the gym, for example, just to keep me going and get me through. And I just wasn't like at all just like live in my body. And the prior week I met a dude called Dan just in the gym. He came over to me. He was like, "Hey, weird approach, but like you seem like a cool guy. Um, what's your name? Who are you?" I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." Um, Turns out he's a really successful actor, has his own coaching business for actors, and we just had a really good chat. Saw each other a week later, and again spoke. How are you? And I was telling him this stuff, and he had given me a few strategies. One in particular resonated the most, and one piece of, and then one link to a YouTube video, which is also what I want to talk about. But for the kind of presence piece, he suggested that I do a 10-minute mindful walk every single day. What I kind of do is I literally just walk for 10 minutes. I say what I'm proud about or for, what I love about myself, and then what I'm grateful for. And he suggested that I anchor it to a song. So, like, play a song for 3 minutes, like a classical song. And then for those 3 minutes, you're saying what you're proud about on repeat. Proud about this, XYZ. Grateful for XYZ. And it was really weird at first, but over the last 2 weeks in particular, like everything's clicked. Like it's wild. And what I've really started to realize is that through this, as well as consuming this content online as well about manifestation, visualization, and just hearing other people, very successful individuals talking about it, I've realized that like you truly decide your reality. Like your thoughts, what you think, decides who you are. And we've got to realize that our brain is inside. It doesn't have our eyes. It doesn't have our ears. Right? We almost tell it to believe what we believe. Right? And what why that's pretty crazy, right? Is like, well, you can't just say you're confident or handsome or successful or rich and then bang, you go, you're just a millionaire. No, but you're training it and you're rewiring your kind of state essentially. And it's not like magic in that sense. It's not like, hey, you manifest a great day today and boom, you have a great day. But it's building momentum, and your thoughts are therefore your feelings. Your emotions are your thoughts are your emotions. Your emotions therefore impact your actions, and your actions impact results at the end of the day. And that's kind of like the law of attraction in a sense as well. In that, you simply attract what you are, who you tell yourself you are, essentially. If you believe you're a confident individual, you'll begin behaving in that way, you know, and people will treat you like you are as well. And it's just training your brain over and over. It's almost like brainwashing, basically. And what I was referring to when I said that kind of YouTube video that Dan shared me, I've kind of gone in a rabbit hole with that as well. And what I'm going to link is the video that he first sent me, and then a YouTube channel with all of this material on that I think is phenomenal, that I consume at random times. Just a lot of the time before I go to sleep, I'll have it in my headphones. But it's essentially really famous individuals. Steve Harvey talking about the importance of visualization and belief. Conor McGregor talking about law of attraction and vision. John Jones talking about mentality, identity. And when I started connecting the dots, of, hey, I've been doing this, this, and this, and then wait, John Jones, UFC champ, has just said that. He does that, and he's been doing it for the last 6 months, and that's why he believes he won the belt. I was like, fuck, okay. And then, Steve Harvey said something similar. Conor McGregor said something similar. And it's just wild to me, because I did this for a long period of time. Like, I've been going on these walks for months now, like 2 months. And I've been saying things to myself like, I believe I'm successful. I would say pride, love, and gratitude. So I would say, I love that I'm successful. I'm proud that I'm rich. And I wouldn't believe it. Like, I would say it, but I wouldn't believe it. And that's the point about this mental brain training. It's like, now I firmly believe it. Like, I'm looking directly at this camera, and I said this to my girlfriend the other day, said this to Dan the other day. I literally cannot lose at life now. It sounds bigoted and it sounds arrogant, but at the same time, I'm set up for success because I believe I'm successful right now. Believe I'm rich, believe I'm happy, believe I'm healthy, believe I'm fit, believe I'm confident, believe I'm attractive. And everyone's measures are very different, right? You may hear rich and think, well, has he got $1 million in the bank? No, I don't have $1 million in the bank. But that's not my definition of rich. It's very different. My definition of rich is, I can buy something right now. I can buy the coat on my bed that I bought, which is a $500 coat. It's an expensive coat, but I can buy it just like that. That's rich to me. I want to go to Bali tomorrow. I can do that. I don't have to worry about money. That's rich to me. Yes, maybe I can't buy a yacht, right? But I don't want a yacht. I don't really care about a yacht right now. So, 2 tips for you, 2 things. Current practice was the day-to-day practice. Maybe you don't do it day-to-day. Maybe you just do it a few times a week. But those 10-minute walks, you can either be listening to music with this and anchor music to it. And it's like every time that song will play, that's when you start doing this. I started like that, and now I don't bring music at all, because for me, I just stare at a screen all day long. So I've always got some level of audio in my ears, and it's just too much for me to now do this. So I will just walk down the street and I'll say like 10 things I'm proud about, grateful for, love about myself. And that roughly takes me about 10 minutes, because by the time I'm home, I finished up, and that walk's around about a 10-minute walk. And then the second aspect is the YouTube videos. So the first link is going to be the YouTube video that Dan first sent me. And then I'm going to link a channel called Beyond with Landon. And this is like a resource page of all of this kind of stuff, about visualization, about law of attraction, about mentality, about believing and acting like a millionaire, for example, is an example video. So look, to kind of wrap up, you build the life you want. Like, you don't wait for it, you truly do build it. And this shift is all internal. It's all shifted by your mentality, your mindset. And it's really about changing what you are telling yourself, consuming as well, because that you're thinking the way you are because you're consuming what you are. And you have to change what you consume, what you say to yourself, before your reality will follow. So this is quite a weird hippie one. I feel crazy when I'm even saying this, but this is something that I have deeply gone down the rabbit hole with over the last 2 months, and it has transformed my self-identity, my self-esteem, my outlook on life, and I just have pure optimism as a result now. So another raw, uncut YouTube video. This one's definitely not 20 minutes, so it's half the time, which is good. Hopefully it was an easier watch. And more videos coming soon. So look, sub to the page. It'd be awesome to continue building this. Definitely some more fitness stuff coming soon. I am very aware that I'm a health coach, and what I've spoken about right now is kind of what I do and mindset, but 2 very important videos. More fitness stuff coming soon, more health stuff coming soon, more nutrition stuff coming soon. Since that video, I got 4 new subscribers that I want to shout out just quickly. So dude called Kishu Chrisman, Queen Yental Makobo, Marco Bale, who's a client of mine, who's an absolute legend. He's been with me for like 3 months now, and he's just amazing. He's an amazing dude. Crazy transformation. Can't wait to actually like finish it off with him. And then Eduardo Ambrosio, also a really cool name. So thank you to all those 4 legends that subbed to the page. If you have subbed and I haven't shouted you out here, it does say I have like 20 subscribers, but for some reason it's only showing those 4. So apologies if you have come onto the page in the last last like month and I'm not showing you out here. I just don't see your name basically. So yeah, apologies about that. But hey, drop a comment if you are subbed to the page and I will shout you out on the next video. I promise that. So yeah, I will leave you guys there, and yeah, have an awesome day, week, evening, morning, whatever time it is there. Take care.